Man.
Yes, sir. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of your favorite YouTube channel and podcast, Talking Ravens all day, every day, with your host, Justin P. My special guest today. First, I got my guy, part of two podcasts, Open Mike with Mike and Rain King's podcast. So my first guest today is OTR Mike. Everybody show him some love. Go subscribe to his channel. Go check out Rain King's podcast, one of the best boxing podcasts that's out there. All his links are right there in the description, his Twitter. So go ahead, show my man Mike some love. The second guest of the day, another guy. He's 1/3 of another popular podcast, Keep It a Stack Sports. It's him, Money Bills, and I forgot the other guy's name.
Heat Rock.
Heat Rock.
Yeah, it's all good.
Yeah, so go, check them out. They doing pretty good as well. They got about like almost 700 subscribers. So, everybody, go over there, give them a like and a follow. The YouTube right there in the description. Everyone, it's episode 56. Yeah, Shannon not gonna be here this week. She got some stuff to take care of. So that's why, we got some good company on here. She'll be back next week, right back to regular schedule program. All right, so our first topic for the day: should the Ravens pursue Danielle Hunter? Go ahead, Mike. The floor is yours.
Man, look, Danielle, he a baller, right? He's fairly young. I believe he's 28 or so. I think. I mean, we got some young guys, right, as pass rush. But those guys are more so, I guess you could say, projects, right? We still waiting to see what how their potential will play out. I think they have a ton of potential, but we just haven't really seen it 100%. Jabo and a couple other guys. So but Danielle, I think Danielle proved that he can be a force in this league. I wouldn't mind seeing him, in the purple and black. You know what I mean? I guess it depends on how much it would cost. You know what I mean? And at this point, man, I'll be 100% with you, Justin. I'm in a go get who you could get mode, right? Let's go all in, man, and let's see what we could do, right? This is one of the things that I've always wanted to see the Ravens do while we had Lamar Jackson, man. Build as much as you can build around that brother, man, and then see what we got. Like I wouldn't, no complaints for me if you put in 100% effort to put the best team around him, right? And we seeing that they are putting more effort into getting him some weapons offensively, and we've all wanted that, right? Just imagine, like, we've seen what he's done with not the greatest offense around him. Let's see what he could do when you put some weapons around him. And that's for both sides of the ball. So I would love to see Danielle here. It just depends on how much it'll cost, man, to get him in the purple and black.
Oh man, well said, man. Go ahead, Dave. Floor is yours.
Oh man, yeah. I say go get him, just like you. Like this right here is a game-changing player. This guy can dominate that defensive line. He stops the run well. He's a great athlete too. I mean, I've seen a lot of times when they run to his side, even if he doesn't make the play, he's going to slow that running back down, make him try to cut back or, figure out something else, that he's trying to do. So, I mean, go get this guy, definitely, especially like, these days, you can trade a third or fourth round pick for a good veteran. You know what I'm saying? Like, who the Ravens drafted in the fourth round real quick off the top of your head? Nobody important. Like, I'd rather have a Danielle Hunter. This guy 10.5 sacks last year. Come on now. Like, we need that. We need that guy. This guy had 14.5 sacks 2018 and 2019. So he gonna get that pressure on the quarterback, and he's great against the run. He's still young, 28. Come on, get this guy a 4-year deal. He got a lot of good football left in him. You got always still. You got a young David Ojabo. That's the one I'm really excited about. This guy's going to definitely be a top 15, top 20 pick if he didn't get hurt. So if he come back to what he was at before that, unfortunate Achilles tear, man, you cooking with grease. You still got Bowser. And I mean, and but I would love Danielle Hunter definitely. Like, let's make that a priority.
I completely agree with both of you guys. Cause like I said, Bowser is the only proven edge rusher we got right now. Because Justin Houston is in free agency unless they spin the block and re-sign him again. But I don't know how many times you're gonna have to keep bringing him back on a 1-year deal just to have a sustainable pass rush. So I say go get him. Like you said, he's 28. He said double-digit sacks except for like 2 years. I think 1 year he was hurt, and 1 year
It
was
hurt for
COVID.
2 years.
Yeah. So like, why not? Like, give up a third, give up a fourth if you got to too. Then the day,
Right.
we don't hit on those players like that. So why not get a proven guy in here? Like I said, we're only probably, in my opinion, like 3 pieces away. Another edge rusher, maybe another corner, and some way somehow we can get DeAndre Hopkins. So yeah, go bring him in. Like I said, with Chuck Smith here, aka Dr. Rush. Now you're looking at like a top 5 unit in pass rush. Last year we were top 5 in sacks statistically, but it didn't feel
Yes.
like that. You know what I mean? It was times where quarterbacks had time to throw on us and picked us apart. That's how we blew all those leads, because in the fourth quarter we
Right.
couldn't get no pass rush. Josh Allen was picking us apart in the fourth quarter. Daniel Jones, man. You know what I mean?
Right.
Tua Tagovailoa, we made him
Tua,
look like
yeah.
Sure. Yes.
yeah, we
Oh
made him look
yeah.
like that. We made him look like Dan Marino. So
Yeah.
definitely.
I
So we
mean,
definitely.
once again, yeah, I'm sorry I cut you off. But he threw it at the Waddle and Hill. So all he was doing was drop back and just throw it as far as he could. But once again, you gotta get him. You got or make him, you get him off his spot. Tua doesn't throw very well going to his right, force him back the other way. So
yeah. So I'm all in for it, man. Like I said, the Costa, get on the phone and see what the Vikings asking price is, man. Let's make it happen, man. Because
Yeah, make that happen.
he gonna instantly make our defense better.
Oh yeah.
All right. Second topic. Now that Dalvin Cook is officially a free agent, should the Ravens pursue Dalvin Cook since things with JK Dobbins saying a little rocky? The floor is yours, Mike.
So look, this is a subject, or this is a situation that's a little odd, right? Personally, would I take Dalvin Cook? Of course. The situation, though, what I found out, man, I think I might have found out listening to the radio. I didn't know until the other day that he and JK share the same agent, right? So the chances of the agent stepping on his other client's foot, right, by bringing in, like saying, "Hey, man, we want Dalvin to sign there," where the same place where you trying to get your money at. I think just the chances of that side of it, the business side of it, makes it slim to none. But if you take all of that out of it, man, of course I would want Dalvin, man, and I like JK. Right, this is the thing with JK. We've seen 1 year, right, 1.5 years, of strong play. Unfortunately, due to some injuries, and shout out to Jose at Lunch Break High Take. Jose and I was at that preseason game when they played Washington, and he got hurt, and we both looked at each other like, man, that shit don't look good. Excuse me, I don't mean to cuss on your platform.
Nah, you good, Mike. You good, bro.
Yeah.
You good.
So it was being there, and it was just like seeing that, and that was a year that we felt like JK was going to go in there. He was going to come out that year and beast, right? And then last year we seen him come back. He came back, he was solid, but still needed some work. Then got the second procedure. And even coming off the second procedure, even though he played well, man, he just, he was out there running like a wounded deer. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
So, I do think this is a proven year for him, right? And I think he can play in this league? For sure. Do I think he can be effective? For sure. But if I had to put the two up against each other, give me Dalvin Cook, because we've seen what he could do over the last couple of years or whatever consistently. So I take that. It's just I kind of, Hendo, shout out to Hendo of the role play in here. He was one of the first ones to say that. Like, yo, the Ravens should go after Dalvin Cook. And I got a little excited, but then once I heard that they share agents, it just kind of was like, chances of that happening is probably slim, just because that agent will be stepping on his own feet, by making, trying to get one of his clients into another situation where his client who was trying to get paid. So,
Right.
but yeah, take that aside, man. I would love to have Dalvin Cook.
Go ahead, Dave.
Oh man, listen. Once again, go get Dalvin Cook. Are you kidding me? You gotta be kidding. This is a top 5 running back in the NFL. We need that. Him and Lamar Jackson in the backfield. Like I say, I'll keep it a stack. You're dead. You can't stop that. I mean, Dalvin Cook, once again, let's look at the numbers. He missed a couple of games last year, still had 1,173 yards last year. He catches the ball great out the backfield. He got a little power, too. 8 touchdowns, rushing in the year before. 4 straight seasons with 1,000 yards. So, I mean, I like JK, but I love Dalvin Cook. This right here will really project us there. I mean, you look at the offense with Lamar Jackson, who's I think going to be the MVP this year. This is what Jalen Hurts came up last year is going to be Lamar this year. So if you put him with Dalvin Cook, you still got Gus and JK because JK not going nowhere. Like you said, something ain't right with his leg when he runs. It don't look right. Like. I don't see that withstanding a whole 17-game season, So, I mean, there'll be a ridiculous 1-2 punch. Well, it was still with Gus. And on top of that, you need depth in the NFL. You can't count on someone to go a whole 17 games. Like Dalvin Cook, JK, they both missed time last year. So if you don't have one that can play, you got the other one, and you don't lose much at all. So I'll put this one over Danielle Hunter. I think the defense is pretty set, but Dalvin Cook, that's really Super Bowl talk with some Dalvin Cook. Make Eric DeCosta, we need to make that happen right now.
Yeah, I agree with you guys because like you said, JK and Gus both have been in and out with injuries. Like I said, Justice Hill, not really my cup of tea. They only re-signed him because he's good on special teams. And then you got Keaton Mitchell, who I like, but like, are we going to rely on an undrafted free agent? Like, we thought Tyler Bailey was going to be the man last year, and look what happened. He ended up playing for Denver. So depending on what Dalvin Cook's asking price is, I say why not bring him in for a visit? Because like I say, he still can play. Like you said, him and Lamar in that backfield together on those read options and stuff like that, and he can catch the ball at the backfield amazing. And we know Todd Monken likes to throw the ball, to his running backs. Then his brother played in the offense, so he can always pick his brother's brain, family, and get some ins and outs about the scheme. So, yeah, man, I say why not, man? If the money right and everything is cool with his health, why not, man? Why not give him a shot, man? Like I said, we're trying to win a Super Bowl, so we need all hands on deck. We need all bullets in the gun to take down that madman in Kansas City, man. So, yeah, if he's healthy and he's not asking for a boatload of money, man, go ahead and reach out.
Real quick, what do you think would be his number to sign, the contract this year? Like, how much? I want to hear what both of y'all think.
You can go ahead first, Mike.
Man, I think he won a bag, man.
Of course.
I think he won a bag. So
no doubt.
I think, because it looks like he's leaving a significant amount on the table, with being cut. So I think he won a bag. So I think he's going to look for top dollar at that that running back position. I think, you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think the top guys is averaging out about 10 million per.
I think McCaffrey and like at 16 and Derek
16.
13 or something like that.
Well, so the new guys, right? So Jacobs, and who else we signed it? Who else signed this year?
I think he got franchised. I think Jacobs got franchised. Okay. Like him and Saquon got franchised.
Right. So, I'm thinking at least whatever that tag is worth, you know what I mean? And then, push it forward. So, yeah, I would say between 10 and 12 to 13 if he can pull that. You know what I mean?
I think at least 12.
Yeah. I don't think it's a situation where he's, like, hey, I'm looking to, I think he want to win. I think he want to go to a good situation, but I don't think it's that situation. The winning situation gonna override him getting the bag. If he can get both at the same time, he gonna do that.
I would agree with you, like I said, normally, but by him having an injury history, that's going to kind of like devalue his asking price just a tad bit, not a lot. So I say anywhere between 8 to 10 million. 10 million would probably be the most somebody be willing to cough up, because like they said, hey, you did get nicked up a lot in your first couple years. So then he's getting a little, he's 28, not at the running back age yet where like they fall off the cliff, but it's close. So I say between 8 to 10 million.
I agree totally. I was going to say 8 to 12. So, a little bit of what you both said. I say 8 to 12 is probably his number.
Okay, the next topic, the Ravens would assign DeAndre Hopkins. How would it affect receivers like Rashod Bateman, Devin Duvernay, and Zay Flowers? You can go first, Mike.
Man, so before the news today, right? Because I listen on the roundup with Coach Evans and the fellas, man. I I always fit in there that, man, I need D Hop, right? And if you get D Hop, man, you'll shut me up completely, right? I will have nothing to say. And if you get D Hop and it don't work out, I can say y'all put it on the line, right? But before that, right, before hearing, about Bateman's situation, cortisone shots, not knowing if it's a setback, not knowing if it's just precautionary, whatever, assuming he's healthy, right? I personally felt like it would lead to the Ravens exploring some trade options for Duvernay, right? Just to see what kind of value he has, what kind of value he covers. I think he would cover solid value, right? As a special team player, Pro Bowler, what I mean, solid, in the right situations. He's shown that he can be effective weapon in all in the offensive scheme. So if they get D Hop, I think it will lead to them looking to explore a trade, and it would probably be Devin Duvernay just because he's the closest to coming up for a contract in that room of the young guys, and it would seem like, hey, if you can get some value for him, couple draft picks, whatever, maybe we would explore and see what our options are there. But I think ultimately, you bring in a D Hop, man, it's a good problem to have, right?
Oh yeah.
I think a lot of people looking at this situation, oh man, you bring in D Hop, man, it crowds the room. No. That's a good problem, man. Iron sharpens iron, man, and I think it'll only make these guys better. They got to work harder. They got to earn this spot. They got to earn playing time. We can't forget Nelson Aguilar is there, so it only push him down the depth chart. So, I think it's just a situation where, I personally would welcome it because I just think it'll be a good situation. But I think Devin Duvernay would be the guy who they would explore some trades for, just because you got Nelson Aguilar, you gave him a little bit of money, whatever you gave him. He's probably less valuable at this point than a Devin Duvernay. So you will see what you can get bringing in a guy like that.
I agree. Go ahead, Dave.
Oh man, like you said, that's one of them good problems. Like I totally agree. I think if once again, we talking about the other receivers, it's definitely going to affect them. I mean, DeAndre Hopkins is a top 5 receiver in the game. When he came back from suspension, he was only behind Justin Jefferson in yards from that game 7 when he came back. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, once again, top 5 receiver, definitely do that. I mean, it would hurt their development because they're going to get way less reps. I mean, come on, you got D Hop, and when Odell Beckham is healthy, that's a top 10 receiver. So you got 2 of the top 10 receivers in the league. Hey, everybody, y'all going back to the back of the bus. Like, it's nothing to talk about, Then you got Andrews in the middle, of course. But I think it would be once again a good problem because these 2 guys, Devin Duvernay and Rashod Bateman, are coming off injuries. They can't stay on the field. So if you lessen their reps, it's a good problem because People going to be fresh. And, once again, you got hope that everybody stays healthy. Odell Beckham coming off an injury. So I think it'll be a great one to have. But the thing is, how much is it going to cost once again? And, we get all, looking at these high priced guys, we got to know if we can get one of them, great. But I'd rather have a Dalvin Cook instead of a DeAndre Hopkins. I think receiver is perfectly fine. Zay Flowers, this kid's explosive out the draft. It's like this guy shot out of a cannon. He's like a souped up version of a Marquise Brown. So, the weapons are great. I don't think, like I said, I'd rather have a Dalvin Cook than a Hopkins. But Hopkins, once again, I'm not going to be mad at all. So.
Me personally, I want D-Hop, man, because like I said, it's just going to make the offense better. Because now, like Mike said, now you're Aguilar's, now you're 4 or 5. Now he's going to go to 4 or 5 corner. So now everybody going to have favorable matchups. And Todd Monk in the offense, it's not going to be like Greg Roman offense, only one receiver on the field, 3 tight ends and all that. You're going to see 3, 4, and sometimes even 5 receivers on the field at once. So now, how you going to defend the guy? Defend anybody? You can't double Bateman, can't double Odell, you can't double Zay. You got to play everybody 1-on-1. Then you still got a mobile quarterback back there that can take off when you turn his back to him.
Oh yeah,
and a dangerous running game. So yeah, man, go ahead. If you're trying to win a Super Bowl, man, go all in, man. There's no such thing as we got enough. No, it's not, man. No, it's not. Until you win the Super Bowl, then you can say you got enough. Right now, we're trying to get there. So we gotta load up, man. Cash in while we can, man. Because like I said, that window closes. That window opportunity closes. So, we gotta strike while the iron's hot, man. So yeah, definitely go sign DeAndre Hopkins. All right, on next topic. The Ravens have been using Daniel Faaleele at left guard. Rodney, you can go. I'm sorry, Rodney. Mike, you can go ahead and start first. Give me your thoughts on that.
You know what? Coach Evans, shout out to Coach Evans, man. The Sip to Tally.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Coach kind of touched on this when we recorded Monday or when we went live Monday. But it was a topic that we discussed during the roundup throughout the season, right? He and I were kind of, on the same page, was like, man, put that dude inside. Like, he a big guy. I know he a big dude. He a mauler, man. Let's see what he could do in there, right? So I'm not mad at it, man. Let's see what he got. For a big dude, he moves pretty well. But I just think him in the inside, man, allows him to eat, right? Because he get a hold of you. it's a problem. You know what I'm saying? He's just a massive guy. And I know Jose talked about, going to the training camp and, man, seeing him up close and personal. And he's like, this dude is made like a huge, he's a big dude. So I just think, man, guard is in a bad spot to see what you can get out of him, man. And I felt that way since he came into the league. And I think that, he held his own solidly when they had to throw him at tackle. But I think guard might just be what he needs, man, because you just want him to get his hands on somebody. Point blank, right? This league, we know he played tackle in college, but this league, man, you talk about people like Danielle Hunter and the Bosa boys and these other pass rushers, Myles Garrett, who we see, the Watt boys or whatever. Like, we know them guys coming off the end, they speed guys, and I just don't know if Faaleele, got the feet, the speed to keep up with those guys. But I think inside, man, he just might be able to get it in.
Gotcha, man. Good points. Go ahead, Dave.
Listen, I totally agree. I think this is a career-saving move for him. Honestly, once again, like you said, this guy's a vending machine with feet. To me, this guy's 6'9", 380 pounds. No way is he keeping up with a TJ Watt or any pass rusher, Danielle Hunter. He can't keep up with him. Look at him last year. He was a turnstile out there. He can't move. He can't get there. But at guard, he's perfect. 6'9". Like, come on. Like, imagine trying to get around a 6'9", 380-pound man, and he moves pretty good. And he doesn't have to, get out wide to stop these fast pass rushes. Like, you going against guys your size. So it's really like a wrestling match. Can they overpower you? Yes or no? I'll take my chances with a guy almost 400 pounds. Another thing I think I'm not sure what kind of shape he's in, but he needs to get in a little bit better shape than he was last year. But he's this guy, and he is dominant. Once again, he gets his hands on you, get done. You know what I'm saying? But also at the same time, I would like to see him start too. But where's Ben Cleveland? That's what I need to know. Whatever happened to him? Is he still around?
Ben tried to pass that conditioning test, man.
Oh, okay. So basically, he's about to eat himself out of the league. That's what it sounds like to me. But Faaleele, I really, really like his potential. Like, guy that's big, pretty good feet for. Listen, and also when he's in college in Minnesota, he'll run the ball like refrigerator Perry. He could give it to him at the one.
Yeah, but when I first saw it, I've been made a tweet about this last year when he was drafted. He should probably play guard. Once we lost Bozeman and all those other guys,
right?
I said he should probably play guard. Like I said, he can play tackle. It's just going to take him some time because, like I said, the NFL was just, that's where the best players on defense at. And they're on the edge. All them guys making $20 million a year now. So, like you said, you got the Bosa brothers, Khalil Mack. You got guys like T.J. Watt, Von Miller, Miles Garrett, Leonard Floyd, all those elite pass rushers. So you're gonna have to get some experience to block those guys. So God to be perfect for him right now. And then when Morgan Moses' contract went out or whenever, by then he'll be a little bit more polished to go over and play right tackle. He basically like Orlando Brown Jr., same size, probably a little heavier, but same. Remember, we had to play him at guard his first year. Then we moved him over to tackle the next year, once we lost a couple guys. And he did pretty well. Made the Pro Bowl and all that stuff like this. I think it's been a similar situation when Daniel Faaleele play guard, get your feet wet, then we'll move you up to tackle. Once Morgan Moses, because like I say, he's in his 30s, he's not going to be here probably past the season. Slide you over there, and then before he's come back, he could probably plug in right there if Kevin Zeitler don't return. He's getting up there. And then we still got a Big Salah, and then you got Ben Cleveland, and you still got Pat McCarr. So we still got some guys that can mix and match. I guess Harbaugh and them guys trying to put together the best five on the offensive line. So you just want to, like I say, you just paid your quarterback $260 million, so you want to make sure he's upright for all 17 games, and that's in the guard position. That's the quickest way to the quarterback's face is straight ahead.
Yes.
So we definitely got to put a big bodyguard right there to keep Lamar safe. Basically, like I know y'all remember the replacements, how they had the sumo wrestler and the bouncers right there blocking. Shane Falco, yeah, man. So what Gene Hackman tell a guy, man, he said sumo wrestler. He said, why y'all get him? He said, what's pass blocking? He said, oh, okay, you make sense, coach.
That's what it is.
Yeah, so
and once again, coach him up. The coaches, hey, listen, I mean, you can teach a guy to play football. You can't teach athletic ability, and you can't teach 6'9", 380. Either you got it or you don't. I mean, I'm gonna tell you another guy that was interesting. What's the tackle from the Eagles? The big guy, Mulita. What's his name? Sorry with an
M. Jordan Mulatto. Yeah, Mulatto. Yeah, I know you're talking about. Yeah.
He was a development guy. Like they got the guy playing rugby.
Yeah.
But they taught him football. Now look at him. If he ain't the best tackle, he's one of them.
Yeah.
He up there. He top 5.
He up there, yeah.
Yeah, so coach him up. Like I said, Monken. I'm really excited about Monken, man.
Yeah, then you got one of the best O-line coaches in Joe D'Alexandro, so he definitely going to have his fun coaching him. So we got a lot of beef on the offensive line. We just got to get those guys on the field and get some game time reps, and everything else going to take care of itself.
I agree.
Next topic. Should the Ravens bring back Justin Houston or Marcus Peters for one last ride? Go ahead, Mike. The floor is yours.
Man, I gotta get MP back, right? You know, I felt like MP, I felt like MP. You know, we know MP a thinking guy, right? He's smart, right? I just think that he was on the field last year. I think he was seeing, you know, what he typically sees. I just think the body, you know, not being fully healthy, he wasn't able to react like he typically would. He should be a little more healthy this year. I think, you know, him coming back at the right price, I wouldn't mind seeing that. Maybe at a diminished role, man. Maybe he moves to your third corner or whatever the case may be. But I just think that MP, from the smart side of the IQ, also to the pulse, you know, that he has on that defense and his team. You know, the energy he brings there, man. I wouldn't mind seeing him back. I mean, in Houston too. Like I wouldn't mind seeing Houston back. You know, you just can't have a Houston, and probably at this point, Marcus Peters. You probably can't have them in situations where you're counting on them to be the guy, right? If there's situational situations, you know, I think they can still be effective, man. And Houston showed that, man. He had a good stretch where he, you know, would he rack up on eight or nine sacks in a stretch that he was going
9.5 sacks.
9.5, right? And
Yep.
then, you know, he kind of tailed off, you know what I mean? But but I think when he was in a situation where it was situational, you know, he had one job to get in there and get after the quarterback. It showed that he can still be effective. So you just have to be mindful of what you bringing these guys back to, you know, to do and for them to be. You ain't bringing MP back to be your lockdown corner, right?
Right.
You know, you ain't bringing Justin Houston to be your number one pass rusher. You want him to be a part of that, a committee, a rotation there. But I would take both of them, and I really, really would love to see MP back. I just think that he still got a little bit left in the tank, and I think it's a good chance that we see it. You know, hopefully he's been, you know, this offseason he's been able to get himself healthy again, because the brain is there. You can see it. Like you can see it last year. Like he was thinking of being in the right spot. Right? His mind was telling him this is where I need to be. The body just wasn't there. The knee or whatever the situation he was going through, it just wasn't reacting the way he wanted to. So you know, but I think he got a little bit left in the tank. I'd love to see him back.
Go ahead, Dave.
Oh man, listen. As far as with me and you, Marcus Peters, he really needs some milk, man. Listen, Marcus Peters was terrible last year. He sucked last year, dude. I mean, holding calls every game, pass interference calls every game. He didn't cover anybody. He was a big reason why we lost against Cincinnati. All Joe Burrow did, he looked. Peters over there on Jamar Chase. That's barbecue chicken all day, man. Get him out of here, man. No Marcus Peters. And he's going to want to get paid. What, they making $13 million? Come on, man. No way. But Justin Houston, yes. Bring him back. I mean, first thing is he's a leader. You know, he gets out there, he gets that defense fired up. I said 9.5 sacks. And like I said, you know, we're deep on the end now. Like I said, Ojabo, he'd be a perfect mentor for him. Let that young guy learn behind Houston. Houston is quietly one of the, I hope he makes the Hall of Fame. Because he's still, and the only thing, in my opinion, holding him back is he's 34. You know, like if Justin Houston was played the kind of football he played last season, and he was 27, 28, he'd get a $20 million a year contract. The only reason that he's available is because he's 34. That's the only reason. But the talent is still there. He still got the burst, strong. And like I said, he makes the plays. Like, man, every game, he took over that Saints game, man. I mean, come on. He could still dominate. definitely, but Houston, but Marcus Peters, you need some milk. No way. I'd rather go with Jalen Armour Davis and see what we have there. The guy that we drafted, what's his name? Ryu.
Caillou Blue Kelly.
Yes, him. I couldn't. I always jack his name up,
Mhm.
but Humphrey. I love Rock Yassin. Huge upgrade over Marcus Peters. If we had Rock Yassin last year in that Cincinnati game, I think we win that game just because of him. Because Marcus Peters was so terrible. Then the dumb penalties. I mean, what is you yelling at Harbaugh for? Like, you're getting burnt all day, and you get on the sideline, you want to cry to Harbaugh. Harbaugh's like, man, what are you doing? Like, you're getting killed out here. Like, can't count on him. Once again, if the money's right, we'll see. Because he know that I think his best football is past him.
Marcus Peters, I'm gonna say no now. The fact that we got Rock Sin and Caillou Blue Kelly, and then you picked up Trayvon Mullen. You got to give him a shot
Yes.
to see what he can do. Lamar basically went up to EDC and probably gave him a little nudge on the shoulder, like, you want to make signing me a little less easy, a little less difficult. Give Cuz a job, feel me?
Yeah, no doubt.
Man. And he's
No
a
doubt.
pretty good corner. Like I said, he had some injuries and bounced around a little bit. So, like I said, we got him. We got Pepe, Jalen Allen Davis, Brandon Stevens. We'll see what they do, corner, safety.
Yes.
But I think we're pretty good right now, corner. Pass rush is my main concern because we literally only have 5 bodies there. We got Tyus Bowser, Jabo, Wade, Casper the Friendly Ghost. You got what's the young boy out of Ole Miss, Tavares Robinson, and the young kid from here, Malik Ham. So you're gonna need some more. So you're gonna need some more firepower right there if you want to take down the Chiefs and Bengals and the Dolphins and all these high-powered offenses. So Justin Houston, if we can't get Danielle Hutter and all that, definitely I will bring back Justin Houston because he knows the scheme. And he had 9.5 sacks last year. If he didn't miss a couple games, he easily could have had 12, 13 sacks.
Definitely. I mean, he to me, he played Pro Bowl ball. Yeah. Or close to it.
And Rodney said if he's worth it if you're trying to win. I'm guessing he's talking about DeAndre Hopkins. Yeah, that's true, Rodney. I agree with that. Definitely shout out to you and Hendy for joining the chat. We're going with our last topic, then we're going to wrap it up. Should the Ravens pursue Chase Young? Go ahead, Mike. Floor is yours.
This a cost thing for me, but I think talent is there, right? He potential and talent is there. Obviously you got to check him out, make sure he's healthy. But man, I think that he shows potential to be dominant. What it's gonna cost? That's a huge question, right? But I mean, as we said early on, when we talked about Danielle Hunter, right? Go get it. Hey, if you got an opportunity to get it, at least inquire, right? What's this gonna cost me to get him? You know what I mean? They should be all about making their team better. 100%. Whatever, at least be in the mix of it. You know what I mean? Hey, Chase Young is available. Let me call them, see what that's going to cost me, right? And then you do what's best for you. But that dude, that's a guy I got to see up close and personal, and that's a big guy, big athletic guy. And you could see, as we saw his rookie year, man, what he could do and how he can dominate the line of scrimmage. And in the right scheme with the right people around him, he could be dangerous. Get him, go at least inquire. Is he a fit? Does he fit the Ravens? Can I see him in purple and black? I don't know. You know what I mean? But listen, when there's smoke, there's fire, right? And look, if it's something there, if he can be had, go and get it. I'm all about winning. You kicked out the money. You know what I mean? You made the investment. As I like to say, you got the Ferrari. You got a new body kit on the Ferrari. You gave the money up. Let's do what we gotta do to keep that Ferrari clean and keep this team clean and getting the hardware. You know what I'm saying? And if it takes getting Chase Young, then I'm all for it. It's just I don't know. It's weird. I don't know if it's because he a little bit south of us. If it just seems odd as a fit, and if I could see him in the uniform, but the talent is definitely there. The potential is definitely there.
Go ahead, Dave.
Oh man, listen, Eric DaCosta, let's go to the casino and roll some dice. Yes. Go get this guy, man. You kidding me? This was the second overall pick in 2020. This guy, once again, the, the talent, this is an elite talent. Elite talent. I mean, this guy can be a Pro Bowl player. The only thing about him, he just stays hurt. So if you're going to say, once again, the veteran price is a third round, fourth round pick. Who was our third round pick this year? Nobody burning Chase Young. Go get it, man. Look, take a 3. Here, take a 4-2. I don't care. The potential is there. Young guy. Look, this will be his 4th season. So what, he'd be 25 maybe? You know, like you look at Rookie of the Year season, 2027 and a half sacks. This guy is a freak athlete, man. He's only played 3. Well, he's has 3 seasons, to his credit, but he's really only played a season and a half. So once again, you got fresh legs. Like that. That's like having a top 5 pick. Like this guy's like a Myles Garrett type of player. He just need to stay on the field. So if you lessen his reps on top of it, like again, once again, he don't have to play but half the game because you got guys with him. So if you tell me you give me a Chase Young, who he's gonna be hungry, like when he plays, he plays hard. He got his face paint. He's fired up. He's a fiery guy, and he's from the area too. Man, what? No brainer. Go make this happen. Take a third and a fourth round next year. Let's go. Come on.
Yeah, I agree. Because like I said, a talent like him becomes available, you gotta definitely inquire and see what's the asking price, like Mike said. Because you pair him with David Ajabo, and you got Owe, and you got Bowser. You rotate them guys in and out. Then Mike McDonald is not Wink. He's not going to have his pass rushers dropping into coverage, covering tight ends 59 yards down the field.
Right.
So that's how he messed up Judon and Zadarius Smith a little bit. Like McDonald's going to let him go get the quarterback. So definitely, hopefully, it's Washington may want a second, maybe, but maybe I think a third and a fourth may do it, or a third and a player may do it. So we'll see what the compensation is. You forget it's new ownership there, so they might want to get all they can get. Like I said, he is the second overall pick, like you said. So they're going to definitely want a pretty penny for him. They're not going to let him go for peanuts. Well, at least I hope they do, but I'm pretty sure they won't. But yeah, get him. Just check out his physical. Make sure he's physically ready to go. And let's just go try to go win ring number 3. Whatever we got to do, well, we got to go sign, man. Just put pen to paper and let's roll, man. All right, man. That's it for the show. Anything you want to say, Mike, before we wrap it up? Well, go ahead. Go ahead, let everybody know where they can find you at and all that stuff like that, and about the meet and greet with the roundup table August 4th.
Yeah, man. So look, first of all, man, I want to say I appreciate you having me on, man. This was dope. It's funny. I was just messing with the fellas. Like I'm like, man, all y'all been on Justin P, man. I ain't get on there yet, and then you hit me, So it's like, it's cool. I really really do appreciate the opportunity, man. And yeah, bro. Like I am the host of Open Mic with OTR Mike, man, and I like to say that's the show where the mic is open for any discussion, no matter what it is, who it is, or where it is. I discuss everything from sports, man, to black men and mental health, man. So if you haven't subscribed already, go over there and check it out. You know, and then you mentioned it earlier too. I'm 1/3 of Ring Kings podcast with Jose and Brodney, who also hosts Lunch Break Hot Take. If you into boxing, that's the channel where you want to be, right? If you're trying to learn the sport of boxing, that's the channel where you want to be, man. We don't discriminate on those of you who are just a casual fan, man, we welcome that in as well. You want to follow me on social media, man. I'm OTR underscore Mike on Twitter and TikTok, and I'm OTR Mike underscore on Instagram. Go over there, follow me. Stay up to date with what's going on. And then Justin P mentioned, man, the roundup meetup, man. You know, Monday nights, 9 p.m., man. We go live on Sip the Tally Films with Coach Evans. This is Coach Evans, myself, Jose and Rodney, Hendo Road Pod, and Chris Just Joking of the Deep Cover Podcast, man. And it kind of just happened off of I ain't gonna call it a spat, but a disagreement or some Ravens talk, So coach invited us on, man, and we went all season long, and we still going in the off season. Just about every week, man. We missed a couple here and there, but just about every week we've been going live at 9 p.m. Well, it has grown some legs, man, and some people want to check us out. So we got an opportunity on August 4th, man. It's the meet and greet in Columbia, Maryland at Busboys and Poets. Man, you can go search Eventbrite, search Roundup Meet and Greet will come up, man. You can purchase a ticket. It'll be a dope time, dope music, food, giveaways, you know, um, drinks, everything in the above, man. It's gonna be a good time. So we'd love to see you there, love to meet y'all up close and personal. So check us out, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna be in the building, man. All of my
No
guys,
doubt.
man. I'm trying to see if they can squeeze the 7th spot for me one Monday night because
Oh man, you
I
already
love
know, bro.
I love it. I
And
love it. I
me
love it.
too. Me
Yeah,
too. Yeah, no doubt.
yeah.
All right, go ahead, Dave. Let everybody know we can find you at and about Keep It Stack Sports.
No doubt, man. Super Dave the Mailman. Keep it a stack sports. I say, it's me and my guys, man. We out there. It's me, Heat Rock, Money Bills, Chaz Moody Media, the genius, man. He does everything, producing, pictures. Like he's amazing. And, so we doing our thing. I got a couple other things in the works, but right now I'm just keeping it a stack with my guys. And once again, hey, thanks for the opportunity, man. I had a good time talking with you guys, man. Definitely want to, do some more stuff with y'all. So, definitely down, man. So yeah, once again, appreciate the opportunity, man.
Man, thank you guys for taking time out your busy days to come on here and chop it up with me. Like I said, man, Shannon, yeah, man, you still my MVP. I needed some company while you was away, so yeah, so I had my guys come on here. Definitely appreciate y'all, man. So y'all do check out Keep It a Stack Sports, Open Mic with OTR Mike, Ring Kings Podcast. That's it, man. It's a nice show, man. I'll be back on Thursday. Talk about some OTA stuff, with stuff that's going on with Rashod Bateman. Everybody, man, have an amazing Tuesday night. And make sure y'all trade. If y'all don't know what trade means, it stands for Talking Ravens All Day, Every Day. From your host, Justin P, and my two special guests, OTR Mike and Mailman Dave. Love you guys, and I'll see you guys Thursday at 6 p.m. Eastern. And we are out.
Peace. Y'all be safe out there, man.